welcome to the Silver Suppers cook-along for the Columbo Cookbook launch. Now, like you lot, I'm doing the Johnny Cash chili recipe. Now, as such, I had to actually wear a little western shirt just to like get the theme going. At the same time, I've actually gone a little bit ahead of myself in terms of like doing the live cook-along, is that I've actually cooked up all my lovely mince and my steak chunks. Now what I've used is shin mince and also some sirloin chucks from my local butcher here in Hackney. I've also done some green peppers and some red peppers and loads of tomatoes. It's looking absolutely delicious. Now we get to my favourite bit here, and that's actually adding the seasonings. Now according to Johnny Cash, you've got to do it in a certain order. So we're going to do that according to the recipe, which you can see on the website. Now, first lot is the salt and pepper. Next up is the chili. Now, according to the recipe, I can see that you actually have chili, but also you have a chili packet. Now, I've used that here on this recipe. I wouldn't normally do that. I would actually normally just do normal chili, but we'll see how it goes. Next up is the cumin. And then we have the sage. That's a nice addition. That's a bit odd. Never had done that before. And then we have oregano. This is actually from my garden, this one here. And finally, some cayenne pepper. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix that up, simmer it up for a couple of minutes. This is my favourite because the real smells get really lovely here. And then we come to the next stage, which I will do in my next little video clip. And it's all about beans. Okay, so that's been simmering really well, and the next stage is to add the beans. Now, beans, there's a lot of beans in this recipe. In fact, there's 400 grams of black beans, 400 grams of pinto beans, 400 grams of chili beans, and 400 grams of kidney beans. Quite a lot of beans, and there they go, in there. Right, I'm just going to mix that all together. Now, you should stir that and simmer it for just a little bit. Now, that looks a bit dry. What should we add to it? Well, according to the recipe, you've got to add a nice beer. Now, what better beer to add on this occasion but some Vincent Price Ale, Black Cat, brewed in Kent. Now, this is actually a very crispy, hoppy American IPA. Now, it might be coloured black, but it's American, so it's going to work really well. Now, the recipe actually asks for half of this. This is a 330ml thing, so we're just going to do half of that and see what that looks like. And the rest of it you can have for yourself later. And, okay, so you just simmer that. Now, what it's going to do is you're going to leave that to simmer for the next 30 minutes. And we'll see how it goes. That looks good. See ya. I must admit is that the last two videos I did yesterday, and I really think that chili tastes better the day after. So what I've done is that I cooked it yesterday for about 60 minutes, turned it off, let it do its business, and then today we're going to finish off with the last bits. Now, there's a couple of things I have to remember to tell you, is that I mentioned yesterday that this was American. No, it's from Kent, and it's a light IPA, but that's why it tastes so good in this recipe. And so do look out for the Vincent Price Ale Black Cat, you know, it's quite good. Anyway, what we're going to do here is that also, I forgot to mention yesterday, is that I also added some jalapenos in here, but also some ancho chilies, which I rehydrated, which has given it a really lovely flavour, really lovely chili flavour. Now, the last part of the whole recipe is to add cornmeal. Now, Johnny Cash actually, his recipe is cornmeal with some flour and also some baking powder. And that is to give it like the lovely, sort of like, it's almost like a thickening agent. And you just put a handful of that in here, do it for another 10 minutes, and then basically, Bob's your uncle. Or Johnny Cash is your uncle. Maybe Vincent Price is your uncle. I don't know. Anyway, so next up, just serve it and enjoy.